Hello, everybody. For those who don't know me, I'm Facundo Simeone. I work in the biotechnology area in the Secretariat of Agriculture, Livestock and Fishery of Argentina. I'm going to talk about the some South-South cooperation and multilateral cooperation, and about the bilateral agreement between Argentina and Brazil, and the multilateral agreement between Mercosur countries in South America. I want to strong highlight that these agreements are the consolidation of all the previous work we carry out in multiple meetings of regulator and decision makers that we did, such as Mercosur, the Southern Agricultural Council, Like-Minded Group, and others. And in each occasion where we meet in person and virtually, of course, I think that it was an opportunity to build that kind of agreement. That is why we always, over and over, emphasize that the importance of that kind of face-to-face meetings. Next. I would like to highlight two multilateral formal forums that have continued over the years and hold annual face-to-face meetings. They are very useful for the country of the region to find out what we are doing, and to be informed of regulatory developments and new approvals, and to coordinate position and to discuss the advantage of the new technologies and our own approach about biotechnology. And I refer to Mercosur Biotechnology Commission and the CAS Public Policy Working Group, which, as I said before, have been the basis and the place of discussion for the agreement that are taking place today. Next. Going to the examples of South-South cooperation, in the first part, I'm going to talk about the progress and some outcomes of the bilateral agreement between Argentina and Brazil. And just to remember, it is a memorandum of understanding on biosafety and contain common procedures to evaluate and authorize biotech products. And the agreement was signed in 2022, and during 2023, we set up the normatives and procedures to let it work, the agreement. Now, in 2024, we are glad to inform that we have received the first 3 cases to evaluate. The main objective of this agreement are coordinate the evaluation and authorization of GM products, I mean plant microorganisms and animals, and to determine the regulatory status of products derived from MBTs. And the second objective is try to reduce regulatory costs and times. Representation costs at the beginning of the process is one of the main benefits that has this agreement. And then another objective is reduce or try to eliminate asynchronous in the authorization of the GMOs. I mean that the present one and the future ones. Then promote local and regional development, strengthen the existing cooperation between regulatory agencies, and disseminate our experience and good regulatory practice that we have in the 2 countries. Next. Briefly to explain more in detail some of the objectives, at first we are going to get the submission of the request of the GM products for commercialization, jointly evaluated, and then authorize these products. And to be clear, as I said before, I'm talking about vegetables microbes, and animals and insects. And thinking on future, another step we want to take is reducing the asynchronous. For example, as you see on the screen, the yellow bar is Brazil and the blue one is Argentina. Although the information is not updated, you can see that there are differences in the number of authorization. Brazil lead in general in vegetables, in microorganisms, and in animals, where Argentina doesn't have any approval. We want to reduce that because it potentially could lead to commercial and trade flow disruption, this situation. Next. Another objective is promote local and regional development. For example, on the screen, we have the AB4 drought-tolerant soybean and wheat from Argentina company, and the feijão, the bean from Embrapa Brazil, or the vaccine, the leukocyte bovine vaccine. There are more development in this experimental step that are going to be released in the future. We hope and we think that with these mechanisms, we can promote this local development. Because local representation for this kind of institution, private and public, will not be necessary at the evaluation stage. So for these companies, the process will be cheaper and faster, and they will be able to have more certainty about their investment and about the decisions. Trying to explain the best I can do the administrative flow that we are thinking, because right now we received the first 3 cases, so we are working in this moment with all this process. So we have the most common process that will happen is on the screen. First, we have the reception of the request by email to Conavia or Cetene Bio, and this chain of information between the agency and with the company, with all the fill of the forms, and the coordination of a evaluative working plan between the agency, virtual meeting we will have, and then the joint decision making, that will lead to the authorization. Next. And next. There. And the second option is more beneficial for the local company that hasn't had legal representation in the other country. For example, INTA in Argentina doesn't have representation in Brazil. So the process is the same that we saw before, but at the final stage, before the authorization, INTA, in this case, will have to have the legal representation in the final state. And what is the advantage that we see in it? They will only have to have this representation at the final stage and not at the evaluation stage. Therefore, they will save a lot of money during this time, and will have the certainty about the final decision of the regulatory agency before they have to make a business decision. Next. And these are the 3 products that are the current evaluation. An INTA edited potato, Novoscience yeast for bioethanol, and a bio input from a Brazilian company, Sempre Actec. And so in this way, with this implementation of this process, we have begun the work, the joint work between the 2 agencies. We regarding the agreement between the Mercosur country, I mean Argentina, Brazil, Paraguay, and Uruguay. And next, on June 12, this year, Fernando Matos, the Ministry of Agriculture from Uruguay, stamped the final sign of the agreement. So this agreement aims to promote scientific collaboration and to ensure biosafety in this field of biotechnology. And it has the same objectives I told before with the agreement between Argentina and Brazil, but also establish the creation of an international biosafety network called AbreBio. And this platform intends to coordinate efforts to ensure safety in the use of modern biotechnology. Next, regarding the timeline and next step we want to take, well, next, please. In 2022, we signed the agreement between Argentina and Brazil. In 2023, we have the internalization of the normative in each country. In 2024, we signed the Mercosur agreement and start with the joint evaluation with the first reception of the submission. And in 2025, and during the next year, we think that we are going to have the first authorization of the first of these products, and we are going to eliminate the asynchronous we have. And next. So what do we want? Well, do not have any asynchronous or reduce the possible ones, have national and regional products on the market, ensure the biosafety of our products, of course, the position of the region in the world markets, and the promotion of the biotech products. Next. Of course, there are several challenges to overcome, and I think that the difference in the acceptance of data for testing and marketing, the data transportability, the requirement to carry out tests in the territories, and the difference in the approval status. I mean that's food feed and cultivation versus food and feed authorization. That are the challenges that we have to overcome during all this the process we have in the future. Next. And this is the photo of our regional team, or some of the people there. Next. And finally, to resume, I want to take the opportunity to talk about a bigger group we met during 2022 and 2023. Next. The group is called South Collaboration Group, and it's have the regulators and decision makers from Latin America, Africa, and Asia. And this group want to foster and enable a collaborative environment among these South countries and for biotechnology research and development. So we did an event in 2022 in the framework of the COPMOP in Montreal. Then we met again in 2023 in Buenos Aires and in Kenya. And we did several virtual meetings, and we are thinking on meet again soon, I hope. So the next slide is the photo about which all the group of regulator. So thank you very much. I think that I finished with that slide. Thanks.